Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing good. Uh, Today, we'll talk about very briefly about ethics, the program we are conducting from 19th of August, which is also a comprehensive way to understand how the concern for ethics in governance has increased considerably throughout the world. Pragmatism, moral dilemma, teleology, deontology, moral absolutism, moral relativism, Sophie's choice. These are so many terms that you always try to correlate with the study of ethics. Ethics integrity for UPSC. Now, these terms are not which define ethics. Ethics is not about just knowing these jargons and using the definitions to be applied in case studies. It is not about that. The primary purpose of understanding ethics is to develop a cognitive ability, an ability of learning and doing. When you learn and do, one very important thing that you miss is thinking. So, learning leads to more thinking. Thinking leads to actions, the actions which are guided by the right thinking. So, ethics is about the interface of learning, thinking, acting, and obviously understanding the consequences of acting, which again goes into learning. So, understand first that basic requirement of understanding or learning ethics is not about memorization, it's not about definitions, it's not about principles or philosophies of moral scholars, it's more about understanding why the world around us moves the way it does. Are we one of the elements of this world, of the entire world, which is moving around us? Whatever is happening, do I also have a unique contribution to that? So when you think of something being done wrong, right, somewhere you have an understanding of what is right, what is wrong. But whether this understanding has been based on a scientific inquiry into knowing the right from the wrong, that is most important. And here comes the knowledge of ethics. So, ethics in governance or ethics in administration, public service ethics that we talked about is one of the major areas of your ethics paper 4. The one part is more dedicated to your values, belief, faith, or development of your cognitive ability, the way you think or learn, think, and do. So one part of the paper, around 120, 130 marks, comprises of this idea. The other part comprises of administrative ethics, that is applied ethics, which has majority of case studies. Now, what is a case study? That is very important to know. Like I said, when you are in this world, when you are experiencing this world, you also have a major role to play. And when you act or when you are the actor into a situation, you obviously empathize with the situation. You try to put yourself into the shoes of the actor and then try to understand. But what is important is whether your scope of understanding is what the UPSC wants, whether your scope of understanding is equally capable of matching the actors who are put in those case studies. So here, that is why the part one and the part two are quite interrelated. The philosophical basis, the value aspect, the ethical principles, they help us develop cognitive abilities and not just there for memorization. So if we develop the first part through learning, right, thinking, doing, understanding how and why its application becomes important for the world or the society around us, then probably its application becomes so easy in part two, that is probity in governance or ethics in governance. So we'll try to deal with that around 30 classes, case studies, discussions, debates, contemporary issues, right, international problems which are emerging, right, whether from trade, from uh, regional cooperation, from disarmament, or race for strategic alliances. There are a lot of issues which ethnicity secularism, global debates on terrorism, internal security. A lot of areas are there which obviously somewhere draw our attention towards evaluating their uh, benefit or a drawback for the humanity as a whole. So we'll try to deal with all these things, and definitely I guarantee you that once you develop that cognitive ability of learning, thinking, acting, and then obviously evaluating, you will have probably one of the best scores in your ethics paper. So all those people who have studied ethics more in a memorized form, all those people who think that study of ethics is more about learning certain definitions, moral philosophies, kindly have a relook at your preparation and obviously the question paper of UPSC. Thank you so much. This is Ashutosh Pandey. Best of luck to you.